You're eating Doritos? He's eating Doritos on my ultrasound.
There are so many Doritos flavors to choose from, it can sometimes be overwhelming. While your favorite may have come and gone, others have stood the test of time. Here are the top 10 Doritos flavors ranked worst to best.
Doritos! Not now, later.
Mountain Dew.
What's this? Mountain Dew.
As any gamer will tell you, there might not be a more perfect snack combination to get you through a long day of hardcore gaming than Doritos and Mountain Dew. Both brands have found big-time fans among the video game crowd, and with that in mind, PepsiCo, the company that owns both brands, released a Mountain Dew Doritos earlier this year in Australia. And although the taste test reviews have come back with mixed results, how could this crazy flavor idea not make our top 10 list?
I don't need it. I don't need it.
The true Dorito connoisseurs among you are probably thinking that this isn't the first time the company has given the world Mountain Dew Doritos. And you would be correct. Back in 2008, Doritos did a whole mystery flavor campaign in which they released unmarked bags of chips for people to guess the flavor. And sure enough, those mystery chips were Mountain Dew flavor. There is no indication that this Australia limited edition version will be coming to North America this time around. So while it is definitely very intriguing, whether it is worthy of the lengthy flight or the expensive shipping costs, well, we'll leave that up to you.
I am sickened, but curious.
Collision Hot Wings Blue Cheese.
Here, try a hot wing.
In the early 2000s, Doritos tried a lot of different things, including the introduction of collision flavors, in which a big bag would feature two different but complementary flavors of chips. One of the most popular of those collisions was the hot wing and blue cheese bag. The idea of putting two different flavor chips in the same bag was pretty cool, and while it didn't do well enough to become a staple in the Doritos lineup, it did manage to build quite an impressive following. The collision of flavors concept also reminds us of what Pringles is doing these days with their big Stack the Chips campaign, in which they encourage people to stack different Pringles flavors on one another to create brand new flavors.
Pizza, barbecue, and jalapeno, the spicy barbecue pizza stack!
Although Doritos put it all in the same bag, whereas Pringles wants you to purchase multiple containers to make your combo flavor chip stacks. A smart move to push more sales.
Stack Pringles flavors. Make new ones.
Sour cream and onion.
Sour cream and onion chips.
When it comes to regular chips, sour cream and onion is one of the most divisive flavors. And this is pretty much how things went for the short-lived sour cream and onion Doritos as well. Given their popularity in the potato chip world, we totally understand why Doritos decided to jump on the sour cream and onion train. They were released as a limited edition, but as we all know, if a limited edition is a big enough success, there is a good chance they will become a permanent edition, or at least make another limited edition return to store shelves in the future, neither which happened with sour cream and onion.
Seriously, Ivy? Sour cream and onion chips for breakfast.
There was definitely a cult fan base for these Doritos, and you can still find people online singing their praises, but the flavor just didn't work well enough on a tortilla chip to get more people on board. You can still find bags being sold online, but at this point, you are going to want to check that expiration date should you decide to purchase one of those bags.
I would literally kill for sour cream and onion chips right now.
Taco flavor.
Tacos, so yummy!
This is one of the OG Dorito flavors. There was the original flavor, toasted corn, released in 1966, but just 1 year later, America was given taco-flavored Doritos. And besides Nacho Cheese flavor in 1972, there weren't any new flavors added to the line until the late 1980s. So there is no denying that these are good chips. The problem is they are a little plain, given what many people expect from Doritos these days. There is also a huge amount of tortilla chip competition these days. If you want a more classic tortilla chip like what you would find in a Mexican restaurant, Doritos probably isn't your first choice. But the good news is that these taco chips are good enough that they can totally hold their own and work great as a dipping vessel and flavor accompaniment for salsa.
Anything else you'd like to take home? Well, only if there was, let's say, salsa or chips, something that's not wrapped.
In fact, it would seem that this is how the company expects you to eat them, given that they are generally only available in larger bags. And we can't mention the Taco Doritos without also mentioning the awesome retro-looking bag they come in. This is a great touch that appeals to the vintage lover in all of us.
I brought tacos, so that's cool.
Spicy Nacho.
I'm about to eat nachos! It's the greatest moment of my life!
The spicy nacho Doritos might be the most difficult ones to position on any list of Doritos flavors. And it isn't because they aren't any good. In fact, they are delicious. Nacho Cheese Doritos are the most iconic flavor the brand has, so adding a little spice to them makes perfect sense.
Dear Doritos, what about just selling bags full of your dust? I could put it on chicken or fish.
As you may know, Doritos has a history of creating spicy flavors. The problem with these, and why they don't make it higher up on our list, is the little amount of spice. The heat factor on these puppies is almost non-existent. While that's the bad news for those of you fixated on the spicy part, those of you who identify more as hot sauce wimps can go ahead and grab these knowing they are classical Dorito delicious, and the spicy on the bag will make us, we mean you, feel like a bit of a tough guy.
That's a spicy meatball!
Tapatio.
America loves Tapatio hot sauce.
Those that love the sauce would no doubt be super psyched to see a Tapatio flavored Dorito. However, one might also be a little hesitant that the chip wouldn't live up to expectations of one's love for the sauce. They definitely have a nice spice kick, but it isn't too hot and there is a nice full flavor, which is often something that is missing when a food item attempts to go spicy.
Why are you dressed like the Tapatio man?
This is also one of the most consistently enjoyed flavors among Dorito munchers, and you will see it landing high up on many lists of people's favorite flavors. Another reason why it may be so popular is that it seems to appeal to both lovers of spice and those that aren't as into hot things. The hot kick and the flavor all work together to make Tapatio Doritos a must-try flavor.
I only stole 2 sandwiches and a bag of Doritos.
Dinamita Chile Limon.
I'm saving Deke's fortune for more important things, like Doritos Dinamita.
With the Dinamita Chile Limon Doritos, the company gave the people more than just a new flavor. They also gave them a whole new look. In fact, if you didn't see the big Doritos logo on the bag, no one would fault you for thinking that these rolled tortilla chips were Takis chips. We don't know if this was a conscious effort to go after Takis fans, but we sure wouldn't be surprised if it was. If you are a triangle or nothing person, then we probably couldn't convince you to give these a try, but if you can just roll with it, pun totally intended, these Dinamita Chile Limon Doritos will make you and your mouth very happy.
Come on, man. Come on.
Wow.
The chili and lime flavor combine to give your taste buds a really nice spicy sour 1-2 punch that just works. A word of warning though, you probably don't want to dig into a bag of these without plenty of hand wiping options available that don't include your pants and shirt. The Dinamita Chile Limon Doritos are one of the most heavily seasoned Doritos available, and you will find your fingers covered with flavor in no time.
Have you seen this video? Hot Cheetos and Takis? It's wonderful.
Doritos 3D.
Look at my hand. It's in 3D.
Described by some as Doritos Meat Bugles, Doritos 3D were a puffed Dorito, and they came in multiple flavors, including the iconic Nacho Cheese. Doritos introduced the 3D chip with a big ad campaign back in 1998. They remained in the Doritos family for a few years, but by the mid-2000s, sales weren't what Doritos had hoped for, and they discontinued the 3D chips. They would bring back 3D in 2015 with jacked 3D chips. However, these were not the same puffed bugle style, but instead are three-dimensional triangles with raised edges, as if the chip had been working out and gotten jacked.
Yeah, nice pics. Sweet buttons.
As for the original 3D Doritos, they still do make them, but they are only available in Mexico.
I gave you a key for emergencies. We were out of Doritos.
Cool Ranch.
So I scraped all the Cool Ranch off of 15 bags of Doritos.
While it does have its detractors, there are few flavors that are more universally loved than this one. Cool Ranch is one of the oldest Doritos flavors still on the market, and they have been around since 1986. Most people eating them today probably weren't even born in 1986.
Cool Ranch had just come out. It was What a summer.
There are also people eating them that aren't as familiar with ranch dressing as we are here in North America. For that reason, in the UK, the Cool Ranch Doritos are called Cool Original, and elsewhere in Europe, they are called Cool American. So many Doritos flavors try to slap you with spice and heat, but a nice cool hit of ranch is maybe the more perfect flavor profile for this triangled chip. And keeping your fingers clean factor can't be underestimated here either. Unlike some other players on the Doritos team, Cool Ranch is one of the cleanest and easiest to eat. No flavor powder to worry about with these guys. If you are trying to be sneaky with your chip consumption, with Cool Ranch Doritos, at least your fingers won't give you away.
Cool Ranch Doritos, now zestier. Glad they warned me.
Nacho Cheese.
AKA the chips. Nacho cheese flavor.
Not only are Nacho Cheese Doritos the best tasting Doritos ever, they also set you up for some pretty awesome not your cheese dad joke puns.
It's not your cheese.
Nacho Cheese was also the first ever real flavor burst introduced into the Dorito line. Everything about these are iconic. So much so that if you asked most people to describe a Dorito and the bag, they would almost undoubtedly describe the classic orange triangle chip and the red bag they come in. Nacho Cheese is a flavor so associated with Doritos that you don't even have to ask for a flavor. If someone says they want Doritos, those are the ones you are going to get. The reason the brand is so popular and can make commercials all about how they don't need to name the chip or show a logo is because of Nacho Cheese Doritos. There are plenty of great Dorito flavors out there, but this classic Nacho Cheese still stands tall among the fancy new flavors and combos and puffs and rolls and everything else. Whether you are eating them plain or with a dip, Nacho Cheese Doritos are always satisfying.
Dude, you can smell the nacho cheese.
Dip into more great videos and tap that screen, hit that subscribe button, and ring that bell to join our notification squad.